debate those two.
Here we go.
Beauty pageants are a big controversy in our society today. The morality of this subject is definitely questionable. Me and Elizabeth stand firm on the affirmative side for banning of beauty pageants for children under the age of 16, because we believe that these pageants may be detrimental to the better well-being of these children and may lead to long-term effects in the child's future. The significance of our argument is that no current government laws or regulations exist to ensure the safety of these children, which is clearly our main concern. According to an article titled "The Ugly Truth to Child Beauty Pageants," an estimated 250,000 children participate in beauty pageants yearly. This is clearly a large issue. For my inherency arguments, first I would like to add that the pressure exerted from the parents to the children is rather unhealthy. The sexualization of the youth, the fact that beauty pageants hyper-focus on the importance of outer beauty rather than other aspects of beauty, the narrowing of the standard of beauty, and as well as health concerns. The plan we'd like to put in place is that we agree with the French law and would like to enact laws off of the same basis. We would put a ban on all beauty pageants for children under 16 years of age. We would enforce this law by punishing promoters and organizers of beauty pageants for anyone below the age requirement. Parents or other influences may face up to 6 months in jail and up to a $10,000 fine for breaking this law. Organizers, on the other hand, of these pageants can face up to 2 years in jail and up to $40,000 in fines, which is the current French law. Into my inherency arguments. Parents are influencing children to participate in beauty pageants for the benefit and reinforcement of themselves rather than the child. According to Martina M. Cartwright, a professor at University of Arizona, coined the phrase "princess of proxy," which is a form of achievement by proxy distortion in which adults are driven primarily by the social or financial gains earned by their child's accomplishments, regardless of risk involved for the child. Now, this is obviously huge because the parents are putting themselves before the children and just ignoring the possible risks involved. Beauty pageants are sexualizing kids at a young age. According to Stephen Hinslaw, the chairman of the psychology department at UC Berkeley, explains that sexualizing little girls, whether through images, music, or in this particular case, play, actually undermines health sexuality rather than promoting it. To further that, young girls are being taught to bring their milkshake to the yard, drop it low, or shake their tail feather, if you will. These young girls don't understand really the meaning behind what they are doing, which affects them in their later years because they are unable to make connections with their sexual attitude to their feelings. Now I want to go on with beauty pageants objectify people. Beauty pageants contribute to a culture in which it is not only acceptable but now desirable to treat the human being like objects. If beauty pageants are good, desirable things, then treating women like objects is a good and desirable thing as well, because this is what every beauty pageant is. Now I'd like to go on to the fact that beauty pageants hyper-focus on the importance of outer beauty. According to an article titled "Beauty Pageants Are Harmful to Society," what is the meaning of beauty? Beauty involves not only having a charming appearance, but also also having inner beauty, kindness, tenderness, creativity, or intelligence. The more inner beauty you have, the more beautiful you are. Nowadays, highlighting the perfect appearance in the beauty contest seem to be more important than incorporating personality and talent demonstration. That's huge because it's teaching these young girls that the main focus in life even is beauty rather than having other characteristics that they can promote. Being perfect in appearance is highly unrealistic, and what these beauty contests are doing is allowing these young girls to think that it is totally achievable and possible for all of them to be what maybe Photoshop looks like in magazines, but realistically that is not possible. Only a minority of the women can realistically aspire. I'd like to move on with beauty pageants narrow the standards of beauty. According to an article called Beauty Pageants Do More Good Than Harm, beauty pageants have incredibly narrowed the standard of beauty. When was the last time a short woman won Miss America? An overweight woman? One with the slightest trace of acne or short hair maybe? One who wasn't considered underweight by the health department standards? This just goes to show that beauty is now being simplified into what perfection is, and realistically that's very bad for multiple reasons. And I'd like to end off with beauty pageants only reinforce the idea of only judging people based on their looks. Sure, this is a problem that our society faces, but reinforcing the issue shouldn't be done. Thank you.